Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. That's right. I just arrived from underneath the desk. How are you guys doing? It is Wednesday, the 19th of November, and it's a little bit of a different live stream. As you can see, first of all, my backdrop is plain black, but also now the camera has accidentally moved a little bit, guys. Oh, I'm breaking the set. The camera's moved a little bit because it's got a HDMI cable in it. That's a little bit heavy, okay? So I'm a little bit offset, but it's fine. Listen, guys, welcome to the early shift. We're back Wednesday. This is our fourth day. We be doing it. Assalamu alaikum to everyone in the live chat. Assalamu alaikum to everybody who's joining us live. If this is your first ever time watching us or watching it, the early shift is meant to be a live stream, me with you guys while you're on your morning commute. You might be driving to work. You might be driving to uni. You might be on the tube. You might be on the, what's the little rickshaw? You might be. You might even be not going to work or anywhere. You might just be at home. You might be waking up. You could be making yourself an omelette, as we've said for the past 4 streams. Or you could be feeding your child. You could be doing anything. But here's one guarantee. I'm here with you in your morning at 7:15 a.m. We started a bit late today. Sorry, in the UK. 6:15 in France and 8:15 in Germany. And today's a bit of a different one. The reason that my set is a little bit different is because we got the boys. There you are. And guess, all right, guys, I'm going to switch all the cameras again and just look at who do you think cares the least? We've also got some sound effects today. I promised you guys 2 things by today. One was some sound effects, and one was the phone number. I have to be honest. And Ibrahim said, I can't wait for the call-in feature to go live. I have to be honest. I haven't set up the phone number. I have now officially brought into the studio my old iPhone. So we've made progress. I now need to charge it, and then I need to get an eSIM for it, and then we'll have a WhatsApp number soon, inshallah. But I do have a sound effect or two. A sound effect or two, Faisal? That's right, a sound effect or two. So every now and again, you might hear a little bit of a...
Allahumma barik.
That's right. And Allahumma barik. That was courtesy of Sulaiman. Solo, our own Sulaiman in the office. He did the Allahumma barik sound effect. Thank you very much, Sulaiman. Sulaiman, you know your background is in focus and your face is blurred. Yeah, that's getting fixed right now. Yeah. Guys, thank you very much for joining us. How is your morning going? Comment on the live chat. Let us know how you are. And as has been the case for the last 4 live streams or last 3 live streams, we start with a reminder of the day. I'm just saying. Let's get another one of those. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Reminder of the day. I'm just saying. All right, let's go straight into today's reminder of the day. As you're doing your daily commute, or you're doing a daily omelette, or you're feeding. Okay, let's go into the reminder of the day. Okay, reminder of the day today is to speak to people in a way that makes them feel seen. Okay, one of the most underrated parts of our deen. Okay, let's just get serious for a second, because we started off a little bit like, why on earth did he arise from under the table? And the team is in the office. And let's focus. Let's get serious. Okay. Today's reminder of the day. Speak to people in a way that makes them feel seen. We're not talking about lectures here. We're not talking about when you're having a deep conversation about, different theories. We're speaking about basic human interaction. And in basic human interaction, one should be kind, warm, and empathetic. The Prophet ﷺ was known for making people feel valued. When he spoke to someone, he turned his whole body towards them. He gave them his full attention, and he ﷺ made the person feel like they mattered. People would say that when he spoke to you ﷺ, you felt like you were the most important person in the world. That's not a small thing. That's a skill, and it's a sunnah. Point number 2, a positive word can uplift someone way more than you can realize. You have no idea what someone is carrying. The stress at home, money issues, health worries, hidden loneliness. But a simple "I appreciate you" or may Allah make things easy" can completely change their day. I know that when I've had an interaction with somebody and it's like they're energetic and they're positive, it energizes me. So that's point number 2 of 5. We're just smashing through these points. Point number 3, you're responsible for the experience people have with you. That's a big one. That's a big one because, guys, sometimes we can go through life as if life is happening to us, but you have the opportunity to go through life in a way where you are, to the extent that you can control, you are actually taking action. I think this is one of those things where you take responsibility. Even, sometimes it requires for you to take ownership of a conversation and realizing that you are responsible for the experience people have with you. So you have to show up a little bit. Every interaction that you have with people leaves a trace. Some people you can leave them drained, or some people leave you drained. We all have people in our life that leave us drained. No, you guys don't really know what I was switching to. We all have some people in our life that leave us uplifted. But the point is that people have different kind of like we have different reactions to people. And the Prophet ﷺ said in Sahih Muslim, "Do not belittle any good deed, even meeting your brother with a cheerful face or smile." So sometimes you might think that won't make a difference, but it does. Smile at people. When you go in to greet them, or you're having an interaction with the person at the coffee shop, the barista, not to be mistaken for barrister, which is a legal term. When you're having a conversation with your barista, in fact, even if you're having a conversation with your your barrister, you should still go in with positivity, depending on what the situation is here. Because also one should question, like, why do you have a barrister? Not only are you speaking to one, but it's your barrister. It raises questions. It raises questions. How do you know I'm switching to you, bro? How do you know I'm switching to you?
Because I can see you.
Oh, I'm not saying you have a barrister, bro. Or do you? So anyway, when you're having a conversation with your barista, just a little bit of a hey, a little bit of a prep in your step, goes a long way. Goes a long way. Even your face and tone can be an act of worship, because the Prophet ﷺ told us not to belittle any good deed. Ash said the switching. That's right. We are switching. Where are we at? That was point number 3. Point number 4. Empathy isn't you being soft. Empathy is strength. Anyone can be harsh. Anyone can criticize. Empathy is more difficult. Empathy takes awareness. Empathy, not empathy. Empathy takes awareness, emotional intelligence, and self-control. It means slowing down enough to ask yourself, if I say this in the wrong way, will I hurt them? If I say this in the right way, can I help them? Yesterday, one brother, he actually spoke to me, and he pulled me aside after the masjid, and he said, I want to speak to you. And so we were walking home, and he basically clarified something that had happened. And I didn't require it, but he clarified it just in case I felt like sad about it or upset at him about it, or even in case like Shaitan came to me and I said to him, first of all, I didn't feel any way about the thing that happened. But secondly, the fact that you have chosen to go out of your way to speak to me about it, to clarify and to like make sure that I don't feel upset, that goes so much longer of a way. And that is having empathy. And that is just thinking, hold on a second, maybe I should have this conversation. And I really appreciate that. So shout out you. And number 5, finally, the 5th point is that the believer should be a source of comfort for the believer, not a source of pressure. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, the best of people are those who are the most beneficial to others. So sometimes benefit isn't necessarily money or advice or solutions. Sometimes it's simply making somebody feel safe in your presence. So the takeaway for today, for the reminder of the day, is before you talk to someone, friends, family, colleagues, ask yourself today, will my words leave them heavier or lighter? If all you do is lift people gently with your speech today, then you're already following a sunnah. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was the reminder of the day. I'm just saying. Ibrahim says, I think one of the key takeaways from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, how he was with the Sahaba, and he said SA7 brothers, yeah, SA7 ABAH, and the 7 we all know. You're like, what does the 7? The 7, as we all know, stands for the strong ha in Arabic. Isn't that right, Ibrahim?
That is correct.
Yeah.
A lot of people use those numbers and letters together to type Arabic in English.
They're so funny. And the other one they use is the 3, right?
Yeah, fine.
The 3 for the ayn. I love that. I absolutely love that. And I actually, as a joke, when I say Sah to Only on WhatsApp and to pretty much everyone now, I write SA7. But yes, Ibrahim says, I think the takeaway from how the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam dealt with the Sahaba and the authenticity behind winning the hearts. The Arabs say between breaking hearts and winning hearts is a thin line called manners. And Samuel says that it's 2:28 a.m. in NC. What's NC?
New York City.
North Carolina.
So casually.
New York City. New York City. NYC. Said, I heard about your paddle win against Imran and Abu Bakr. Where did you hear about that? And also, did I win? Oh yeah, me and Omar. That was some time back. Where did you hear about that? Yeah, North Carolina. Every morning shift, I will repeat the same thing. We need a FG paddle team. Yeah, that's true. That is true. And guess where I came from this morning, guys? A paddle. I had a paddle session. Me, Silvek, AJ, Onali, and my brother Omar. We went to paddle. We actually drew 1 set each. So yeah. I went to paddle this morning. Samuel says North Carolina, Wilmington. Big shout out to North Carolina. It says 2:28 a.m. And Samuel, I do question, why are you listening to us at 2:28 a.m.? Like, I will openly, I mean, hopefully we have some sort of entertaining element to us, but not 2:28 a.m. entertainment. Like, that's time to sleep. So tell us, Samuel, what's going on in your life? Talk to us, brother.
Do you think he woke up or he hasn't slept yet?
I think that he definitely not slept. Nobody wakes up at 2:28 a.m. Even Mark Wahlberg doesn't wake up at 2:28 a.m. He wakes up at 3:30 a.m. Yeah.
This is America, bro.
So, yeah, that's true. That's true. Samuel, did you wake up or have you not slept yet? And in the meantime, while Samuel's answering that question, guys, we're going to go over to a brand new segment of the early shift, which we're trying out. A brand new segment of the early shift, which we're trying out, which is going to be so we thought to ourselves, what could the people of the early shift be interested in, right? Well, probably everybody, if they're up at this time in the morning, they're probably getting ready for work. They're probably feeding their kids. They're probably, a young, they're either married or like a young couple, or they're they just got married or about to get married or something like that. By the way, just a comment from Aisha who says, can't believe we have for FG morning lives. Absolutely love this. What a great addition to our mornings. Thank you, Aisha. Kenneth said she agrees, or he agrees, or she agrees. Oh, Kenneth.
They agree.
They agree. No, she agrees. She agrees. I know that name. I think is that Pakistani name. So guys, listen, thanks for that, first of all. Really appreciate the compliments. Okay, so anyway, you're probably either married, just got married, about to get married, but knowing just from our data, just from our data, we know that the majority of our listeners are 25 to 34-year-olds. And so we thought, Rashid said, for early barakah and getting kids ready for school, we thought, let's do a segment called Marriage Tip of the Day. And so this isn't necessarily going to be a marriage tip that we are giving. It's one that we are reacting to. So it might not be one that we agree with. So it might be one that is a little bit controversial. It might be something that is good. It might be something that might be bad. But we're just going to find a marriage tip that somebody's tweeted, basically, and we're going to use it as content. And so to deliver today's marriage tip of the day, I'm going to have the marriage tip of the day. I'm going to hand over to the one, the only, Solo. Take it away, Solo.
Assalamu alaikum. So this marriage tip of the day is that somebody said, if you are married, this is my number one tip. Let go of your subconscious fantasies about marriage. Leave the world of fantasy in favor of the world of reality, because the reality is you are not perfect. Your spouse isn't perfect. So your marriage will not be perfect. And this is something I actually totally agree with.
You agree with it, yeah?
Yeah. I actually have my opinion on it as well.
Yeah, go drop that opinion.
My opinion is, it's quite a bold statement, but my opinion is that there's also no such thing as the honeymoon stage, or at least it is definitely not in the first 2 to 3 months where everyone basically says it is, yeah? The reason being is...
Is everything okay, Solo?
No. Let me tell you my reason why. So let's just say you get to know a sister 6 months, you go back and forth meetings with a mahram there, you get married 6-7 months later, let's just say. There's no way you guys are going to be madly in love. That comes with time. Like, I would say minimum a year of going on dates, maybe even traveling together, knowing each other and stuff like that. So the honeymoon stage, I say, comes 1 year later. It does not come in the first 3 months where everyone says it does. And then what I've found out is that people feel like they're not in the honeymoon stage, so there's something wrong with their marriage in the first 3 months, but that's just not the case. You guys need to get to know each other more, go on holidays, travel together, the love will grow, and then your honeymoon stage, I think, will start then.
Allahumma barik.
Thank you.
Allahumma barik. Yeah, so, but hold on, what was the thing saying? It's basically saying the marriage tip is stop fantasizing about the perfect marriage. No marriage is perfect, no couple is perfect.
Yeah.
Get yourself in reality.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how anybody could disagree with that. You got any thoughts on that, Ibrahim?
I agree with Suleiman, but I agree with the fact that the honeymoon stage isn't at the start. I think it develops over time. The more you understand each other and learn to understand the imperfections you both have. Now, regarding the actual statement you made, I agree with it. But do you think, though, it's nice sometimes to be a little bit aspirational in what you think a marriage could be, and then try your best to kind of live up to that? Just trying to play against the other opposing opinion. I feel like sometimes we all have an idea of what marriage could be like for us before we got married. And I think it's nice to at least aim to get that, whatever the ideal scenario was for you beforehand, because even if you don't reach it, you're improving yourself anyway.
No, definitely. No, I definitely agree with that. What my point is, don't be mad if you don't think that you have the honeymoon stage at the beginning.
Yeah.
Like, definitely your love 1 year later is going to be much stronger than the first 3 months. Because bear in mind, you didn't know the sister 6 months ago.
Yeah, that's true.
If you got married in that way, obviously.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Yeah.
What do you think, Faisal?
Yeah. I like actually what you said, Ibrahim, because I didn't think that there was a good counterpoint to it. But I like what you said. You said this idea that you should at least aspire to have a perfect marriage. So I think like a mix between the two, a balance. Like you should have a reality. You should know and not go in with false pretenses that your marriage is going to be like what you see in like, the media. But equally, you should try your best to have high aspirations. And I guess the reality is that we should try to model something that we actually know is true, which was the marriages of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his character. And so that could be our version of perfection. But yeah, I agree like with the statement that you shouldn't go into marriage the fantasizing that it's going to be like this dream romance thing. It's actually what it is two people deciding that they're going to share a life together and building their life together. And it takes time. And there's one thing I really love, I know it's overused, but is this, wherever it came from, this idea that marriage isn't 50-50. It's that 100% is made on different days by different percentages. And so
I saw a
sometimes,
video about that.
yeah, sometimes like, you're not feeling well. So last week I wasn't well, which you can still tell I'm a little bit bunged up, but I'm just so excited to work, which is why I'm here. But last week I was bunged up, and so for like 3 days straight, I was present in the house, but like that was it. I wasn't really active, and so I remember saying to my wife at the end of it, because she didn't complain once or anything, and at the end of it, I said to her, "By the way, like I have noticed that you've just been just getting on with everything, and it's probably not been helpful that I've just been basically lying around." And so in that last week, it was like 80-20 or 90-10 her, you know what I mean? But then other times it is 50-50, and then other times it's very rarely me doing like
The heavy
lifting. But I think like I do really like that statement and that kind of thing, because that is true. And yeah, man. Kareem, what about you?
No, you guys have touched on everything, I think.
There we go. Kareem Azakrusi, the main man. And
I do have one more point on that.
go ahead.
Actually, the statement obviously we all agree with, but people can take what you said out of context and make an excuse for themselves to not do well in a marriage. Be like, oh yeah, no one's perfect, or don't worry about these fantasies, and then just kind of just be lazy with it. So I do think that's why, like what you were saying, a bit of balance between both is important, to have that aspiration and ambition. But then you don't want someone to completely go, I'm not even going to put in effort because these fantasies are all wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's it.
So the one's like, don't shoot the messenger. I just read a screenshot.
I don't disagree with him at all. I'm just trying to, have the other opinions, I guess.
Amar says, this is amazing. Love it. Watching from Japan.
That is, I love
What's funny
Japan.
about that? That's it. Amar, what's the time in Japan?
It'll probably be like 4-ish, 4:40.
4:40 a.m. Hold on.
Mm-mm.
Did you say it'll probably be like, but did you Google it or you're just guessing?
No, because they're a few hours behind Melbourne.
Okay.
So if it's 6:40 in Melbourne now, so that'll probably be about 4:40 or 3:40 p.m.
6:40 in Melbourne right now.
7 hours ahead, yeah.
It's 6:40 p.m. in Melbourne right
Yeah,
now?
p.m. They're ahead 7 hours.
So what time are you saying that it might be in?
They're usually a couple hours behind that, so probably about 3:40 p.m.
Okay,
4:40,
nice.
yeah, that's what I was saying. Cool.
Nice. By the way, Samuel never got back to us as to. Oh, here we go. Samuel got back to us. Samuel from North Carolina says, I was sleeping and got the notification bell, so I just clicked it. Now I should probably pray to Hajjat. Man like Samuel. What a great start to the day. I mean, it's early. Pray to Hajjat, maybe sleep after Fajr, maybe. I mean, still early. Man like Samuel, man. Okay. Where we at? Amar says Japan. Zaina says, I love listening to this on the way to uni. Such an amazing idea. MashaAllah, Allahumma barik. Oh, she said Allahumma barik.
Allahumma barik.
And I love the other brothers getting involved in the morning as well. Nice. Yeah, this is a test, guys. So let's see if you guys want to see more of this. Then you gotta let us know. You gotta let us know. Amar Qureshi says, Ibrahim, you're right. It's 4:40 p.m. in Japan right now. Which city in Japan are you in, bro?
Japan is sick. Have you guys been?
How many cities do you know in Japan, Faisal? Just so I know.
Okay, so Tokyo.
Yeah. There's one named after some beef.
After beef. No, I'm not going to say it. I'm going to sound so dumb if I say that.
And a basketball player as well.
Okay, beef and a boss, and it's the same city. The same city is called beef. It's named after a beef and a basketball player. Is it an active basketball player?
No, he passed a few years ago.
Come on, it's easy.
Kobe. So Kobe is the name. Is that how you pronounce it? Kobe's the name of the city.
I think so.
Okay. I don't really know many cities.
Kobe
in Japan,
beef
right?
is amazing.
Oh,
Japan.
Osaka. I was in Osaka right now, and I've heard of that.
Omar's in Osaka. Is that what you said?
Amar, the brother
Amar.
who's in Japan, is in Osaka right now.
Oh, yep.
Ash says it's Esther Perel who speaks about the 50-50 marriage theory. Okay, nice. Khaynat says we got our first bit of snow in the UK. Snow. Shout out snow. What's funny, bro? Shout out snow is sick. Do you guys remember like primary school, like when you'd get day off school? So, man, do you ever get a day off school for snow?
Yeah, primary school, I remember.
Bro, that was the one. We'd look outside the window and we'd be like, we'd see snow and be like, oh, if it was just ice, it'd be the worst because it's black ice. And it's like, now you have to go to school and it's icy and it's the worst. But then when it's like thick snow, you're like, then you're just refreshing your school's website.
Waiting for it to be
wait for the
cancelled.
announcement, yeah.
Wow, you guys had school cancelled for snow. I've
Yeah.
never experienced that.
What did you have school cancelled for? Any weather? Did you have it for any weather conditions?
No, because our weather isn't really like when they get extreme cold like that. Our coldest it gets is like 10 degrees.
But what about like extreme heat? Did you ever get cancelled with extreme heat?
No, not really. I think once school was cancelled, maybe because of there was bushfires once,
Oh,
but that was it. I think that was a long time ago because of the heat. But apart from that, we never really had any weather cancellations of school.
I feel like maybe like once a year we would have like school cancelled for snow, probably. Okay, and yeah, Amar's helping us with the names of cities in Japan. Okay, and guys, so we're now gonna shift over to another segment. What? Phases came prepared with 2 segments. Yes, guys, this is a new me. This is F.C. In the place that be the F.G Studio 3. It's actually not Studio 3, it's just Studio because we only have one studio. Halima says, has 2 for 2 show stopped on YouTube? I'm going to hand that over to Suleiman to answer.
It has not stopped. We have been dropping episodes every single week since the first episode. However, it is on fgtribe.com. The clips go out on YouTube Shorts and Instagram on the 2 for 2 page. However, to watch the full episode, it is on fgtribe.com. So subscribe.
And he rehearsed that proper.
That was good. I like that.
Smashed
I
it.
like that. You are ready. You are ready. All right, we're going to our next segment, guys. Our next segment is a discussion point. So we, on the last few streams, we've been having great discussions. We had a discussion about Umrah. What is the essential Umrah stuff that you can take, that you should take with you to Umrah? We're getting your guys' advice. And then the other discussion point we had yesterday was about, we were helping a brother tell his parents that he has dropped out of uni. That was an interesting one. Yeah, the comment the live chat was helping him on how he should tell his parents, and he said that they would be heartbroken when they find out, and so we were trying to best advise him. And that was quite a deep discussion. And so with that, I've been enjoying the discussions, and so we're going to do another discussion, but this time we got Ibrahim that is going to come up with a discussion point, and then we can discuss. And we would love for you guys in the comments and in the live chat to also add your replies to this discussion point. And Ibrahim, I will hand it over to you.
Okay, so today's and first discussion point with the team in the office is, what's the weirdest or most random thing that you've done for money? So I think there could be some interesting stories. Of course, we're gonna keep it halal friendly.
Yes. So this is like post any jahiliyyah. This is like, halal. And I have. Does anybody here have any stories? I know people who have like. So my brother Omar used to do like in high school. Used to sell like. He just used to do like he was so creative. He would like print passes and sell them and all kinds of stuff. So and there was kids in my school who would buy sweets wholesale, and they would sell them in school. So that's quite a cool one. I feel like I might have dabbled in the sweet selling in school back in the day, but I didn't get very far. I didn't become entrepreneurial with it. But I think everybody's done a little bit of sweet selling in school, so I did a bit of that. Yeah. Does anybody else have any? What I think?
I've got one
Okay, go on.
that you just reminded me of actually.
All right.
About, back in the school days, primary school, we used to have these football cards that used to come in chip packets or crisps, as you guys say. And obviously you used to get more rare ones or not. And they used to come in the Doritos packets. And we used to just buy, me and my brother used to buy stacks of them just to try and collect these cards. And then whenever we'd get a rare one, we would try and sell that at school because it was just such a crazy hype. And I used to sell a few of them. That's probably something that was a bit random. I'm looking back at it now.
Was it called match attacks by any chance?
No, so this one was the Australian football card.
Oh, okay.
You know the other sport we've got, the AFL.
Because the UK had it. It's called
not
match
the football,
attacks.
football. Yeah, no, we used to have them too.
Oh.
But the ones that had the crazy hype was the Australian football ones. And they used to have like these rare gold shiny ones that would come in a chip packet sometimes. And then whenever we'd get one of those, we'd know that.
What's the most you made?
Oh, I don't remember now. It was a long time ago. But I remember for a kid,
It was good
you'd
money.
be hyped up. And you know that you're going to eat from the canteen nice for the next few days.
What's Australian football, bro?
You haven't heard of Australian football?
It's like rugby.
It's not really rugby. It's kind of like a bit of, Gaelic football?
Huh?
You don't know Gaelic football? Irish, English. You know.
Yeah, I know Gaelic football. I know
Okay.
Gaelic football. Yeah.
It's like NFL in terms of the shape of the ball,
Mm-hmm.
but you've never seen a video of it when they'll kick it through the posts
Mm-hmm.
and they can handball and kick. And it's like 18 players aside. It's huge, and it's like 6 points if you kick it in the middle, 1 point if you kick it on the side.
Is it the same as a rugby ball though? That's the
That's what I
shape.
was gonna say.
Yeah, but not as thick.
Okay.
It's pretty much the most popular sport in Australia. Then actual football is second.
It's more popular than actual football.
In terms of people attending and watching, definitely.
What about
Wow.
rugby?
Hmm?
What about rugby?
Rugby is probably third. It goes.
What about
Australia-
golf?
No one really.
Tennis?
talks about it. The tennis is massive in Australia. We have the Australian Open as well.
Oh, of course you do. The Australian Open.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember tag rugby?
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to
Bro,
play-
I was a tag rugby legend.
Same.
We used to play that.
All right.
Go on. Have you thought about something, Faisal?
No, I'm just trying to think. Okay, so back in MySpace days, I would sell MySpace themes. I'd design MySpace themes and sell them. So that's probably like the oddest I can think of.
That's good.
It's good, right? Did you ever do that?
No.
MySpace themes. I think like to some extent like Bebo, something like Bebo themes or something. Do you guys remember Bebo?
That was just before.
Was it
Yeah.
before you were born?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
I was MSN. That's the one I came.
MSN was the
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, same. Do you remember Bebo, Kareem?
No, I've never heard of it.
Okay, yeah. So, MySpace themes. What else did I do side hustle wise? I think all of my side hustles was like digital. I can't think of anything that I did like anything I sold physically. I didn't have like a hot dog stand or something.
Mm.
I never did like a lemonade stand. Although a few weeks back, I saw a kid in my area doing a lemonade stand, and that was the first ever one I've ever seen. You hear about like,
You
lemonade
always
stand.
hear it.
Yeah, but I've never seen it. I think it's quite an American thing. But I saw a kid doing it, and I actually wanted to stop and give money because that's what you see in the videos, isn't it? Like it's like rich guy like stops and gives like just like, oh, here, have $100. Don't worry about the lemonade. And I'm neither rich nor did I have anything. Nor did I stop. Nor did I have any cash on me. But I wanted to. I wish I did now actually, because it was like I rated it, man. That the kids would like selling lemonade.
The hustle.
Yeah, just rate the hustle, man. I was like, I was just Gary V driving past. Like, why does Gary V always find the lemonade stand? Is there that many like where he goes? He always seems stopping a lemonade stand.
Why does he always pose like this? that?
5. I think there's a reason.
Always.
Yeah, I can't
What's
remember
that?
why.
Why?
I remember when he said that the next big thing is going to be like sound logos. Like everyone's going to have a sound, and like in the next few years, it'll be bigger than like. Yeah.
Do you remember how much he was bullish on NFTs?
Yeah, but
That's
so
the
many
whole
people,
thing.
so many people are bullish on
Yeah.
NFTs, isn't it? Okay, so we got some comments in the chat. Guys, do let us know what your oddest side hustle was. Sajid Mateen says, I made bookmarks in school and laminated them. I sold one. That's cute. Sold one. That's such a good idea. Laminate. Maybe I'm trying to think. Did I feel like I've made a bookmark before. Now that you're saying it. Amar says, I used to clean sneakers for a bit too. Sold games back in the day. He also said, back when colored printers were hard to come by, my brother and I used to sell images we found on the internet of Dragon Ball Z to school kids for £1 to £2. That's quite funny. Yeah, I definitely think like, I don't. Do you guys remember that in back in the day in schools, like they didn't have computers in primary school? Or did they have computers in primary school when you were in primary school?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is showing my age. So we had what was called an overhead projector. Did you guys ever have
No,
that?
yeah, we had that as well.
Oh, okay, fine. And so we would like a laminated sheet, and they'd write on it, and then they'd put that on, and they'd show it on the screen. And so, when we were like, I wasn't. It was before 6 years old, because I remember me and my siblings playing with an overhead projector in our living room, but it was in our house that we moved out of when I was 6. So before 6, at some point, my granddad, who was an artist, not like a musician, but like an actual artist, he had an overhead projector. And so he gifted us one, and we was gassed. And we would like pretend to be teachers, and we would like get laminating sheets and like put them on the living room wall and like pretend like we're teaching lessons and stuff like that. So I don't know why I'm saying that. Just completely irrelevant piece of information, maybe. Suleiman, side hustle, your oddest side hustle.
The only one I can remember is like what you were saying. We used to buy Lucasades and what's the other one? Cookies and donuts. And I was lucky when I came into high school, I already had a brother in year 9 and then another one in year 11. So when I came in, I already had the market. I remember just selling it to his friends and stuff like that, because by year 9, year 11, they stopped buying sweets before school coming in. Like, they was too cool for that. So when I came in year 7, I remember just selling it to all his friends and stuff like that.
So you'd buy it cheaper, where? From like a wholesaler?
Like, no, from like a supermarket before school, like a Tesco.
And sell it.
It was Morrison's the one we actually
Sell
used
it
to buy
for a
from.
profit later.
Yeah, so it's like 5 for £1, and then you sell it for like 50p each. So it was like,
Yeah.
it's petty change, but when you're in year 7,
That's what I
it's
mean,
all right.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yesterday, my son showed me his like piggyback thing. But I was working in my room, and then I just had him go, "Oh, well, I'm rich," and I was like, "What?" I don't know. He had to piggyback, and he goes, "I'm rich," and then I put it in my story. I said, "Oh,
I
can I?"
saw that.
I said, "Can I have some money?" And he goes, "Yeah." And he's like, the fact that his default reaction instantly was yes, I just felt like, oh, that's so cute. Like he didn't say like no, and then actually yeah, he was just like instantly like, yeah, you can borrow some. Somebody just like disliked our video, and it made me really upset. And then they like undid the dislike and then liked it, so they accidentally disliked. So that's wholesome. Guys, let us know in the live chat, what was your oddest side hustle? Keep it clean, keep it PG, but let us know your oddest side hustle. You know who would have been a really good person for this? Would have been Omar, because I was just watching him growing up. Like the guy just had so many, like he just had so many side hustles and ideas and things like that stuff that he used to do to like.
What would you, okay, then while we wait for the audience to put in the chat what theirs were, What would you suggest to someone who's like a teenager now, if they just wanted to make a bit of extra money? What do you think?
Good
What would
question.
you suggest that they dabble into?
Good
That's not a
question.
normal job. Let's just say, like, if it's something online or if it's something just a little bit of a side gig.
First of all, we're getting a lot of likes now, guys. The call to action, like, guys, if you're watching this stream and you're liking it, press the like button and also make sure that you subscribe to FG, which is this channel right here. Ibrahim asks, if you were advising somebody who is a teenager now for a side hustle, what would you advise them? Guys, let us know in the comments. I have to think about it. Kareem, I'm going to throw it to you because you're tuned into this, bro. You've got a younger brother. How old is your younger brother?
He's 20 now.
Oh, 1 year late. But it's fine, we'll allow it. What would you advise your brother if you wanted to do a side hustle? Or people his age? It has to be digital, surely, no?
Yeah, you've got digital, you've got hair cutting, barbering. That's an
Oh, that's
easy
a good one. That's a good one.
That's actually what he does.
Does he?
Yeah.
Did you teach him?
No.
No way.
Yeah, he just got into it because he just wanted to cut his mates' hairs and whatever.
But that is elite. Honestly, I think barbering is the sickest one. Well, if you want to start a side hustle, bro, 100% barbering. I would
It's
say.
always something that's in demand.
Bro,
Bro, all of your friends,
Yeah,
you-
straight
That's what I'm
away.
saying.
they're happy to. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? You won't charge too much, but bro, you've already got those relationships. Just
Facts.
get good at it. Before you know it, you can
It's one of the
actually make
few things where you can get instant customers.
yeah.
Like,
instant customers, recurring customers.
yeah, recurring
It's a
as well.
good
It's a good business model,
man.
but the only thing is,
And
it's
it's
not-
like you just have to buy one. You have to buy the equipment once.
yeah, but the only thing is, and every time I speak to barbers, especially even back home when I have conversations with them, they all have the same problem after they get like a few years in the game where it's like, it's just time for money at that
Of
point.
course.
No, but
Of
side
course.
hustle as a 19-year-old.
side hustle,
So
definitely.
as far as a teenager,
Yeah,
bro,
definitely.
that's not just pocket money. That's actually it can be
Full time.
serious money. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
But I respect that. I rate that one a lot. That's a sick idea. Barbering, definitely. Aisha says, I've never really had a side hustle, but I've wanted to start a baking business. I wanted to start a baking business when I was 15. Aisha, you got to start that business, man. Do you still bake, Aisha? Let us know. If you do, we'll make an order. Fresh to ground will make an order. For show.
Guess my side hustle. Side hustle.
Your current one.
No.
Ah.
Current one. He works at Freshly Grounded, and that is sufficient for him.
Was it digital or physical?
It was physical,
It was a physical one.
I guess.
Wait, how old
Like,
was you
yeah.
though?
20.
So the obvious answer is barbering. It wasn't barbering, was it? Because you
It
can cut.
wasn't. No.
Okay, fine.
What was it? A basketball coach?
No,
Oh.
That's a good one.
Mm.
Was it reselling trainers or clothes or something?
that's correct.
Ah,
Yes.
good guess.
That's correct.
I used to do that too, actually.
Reselling sneakers.
What would you say? What was one of the most expensive sneakers you sold?
The most expensive one, I actually kind of regret selling it. It was Kobe Bryant's last shoe, the one that he wore in his last game,
Good one.
Whoa.
where he dropped 60 points on the Utah Jazz
Damn.
before retiring.
How much did you sell them for?
Not too much, like 800.
800 euros.
800 euros. Got them for like 200.
That's
That's a lot of money, bro.
Had I
no?
kept them, those would have gone for way more.
that would have gone higher. Yeah.
Especially after the game that he had. I think I sold them before the game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You know, I've done that and I flopped.
What sneaker selling?
Yeah, so like
I used to
I
do that.
started getting them like entering the Nike website, like you put your name in and then
Yeah.
they pick you and whatever. But then every time I got the trainer and I won, I just kept them. I told myself I'm doing it to sell it, and they were actually worth more once you obviously get them because it's limited. But then I just ended up liking them, and it happened multiple times.
That's a good flop, though. That's a good flop. I think you
Wow,
won.
Karim, you just reminded me. I used to sell a lot of sneakers. I don't know why I didn't think of that to say before. You know which ones I sold for the most?
Hmm.
Do you know there was a collaboration once? It was Cause and Jordan 4.
Okay.
Ooh.
And they had like this glow in the dark sole as well. End clothing.
Yeah,
Oh, it's UK, you
You
know.
got that.
I entered, I submitted online, a kind of a waitlist thing, where they would raffle anyone who wins to then go and buy it at retail price. And I remember I entered it not knowing how rare they were going to be.
Yeah.
I just thought, oh, they look cool, like I'll do it. And at the time, I sold a few Yeezys, and back when they were like first out. And I remember all I see is like a fat deduction from my bank, like a notification. And I was like, what? It was about, at the time, it was about like 500 Australian, so about 250 pounds or 300 pounds. And I was like, what was that? And I realized I won the chance to buy the shoes. Then I started looking online after that. Oh, like it was so limited. Wait, they were going for $2,500
Oof.
resale, cashed in after
Nice.
they arrived.
Nice.
Out of
You
hundreds,
sold them for 2.5 bags.
Nice.
That's Australian.
And how much did you buy them for? 500, you said.
Yeah, that was the most expensive sneaker I've sold.
That is so. I've never resold anything.
Yeah.
I didn't play the game for too long because
Okay.
first of all, I was interested only in the ones that I was interested in.
Yeah.
I guess like you, Solo.
Same,
So I wasn't just going for the hype because it was just so disheartening, man. Like the bots and all of that.
Always.
And I used to work at a Nike shop, and I would see the people queue up, and we would be at the back of the shop, just like chucking those sneakers. Like it's just a piece of whatever. Like you just
Yeah.
put that on your feet. You know what I mean?
It's true.
So I didn't like the game too much, and it was pre the actual hype that happened afterwards, and now
Yeah.
it's actually completely died. You know that,
Yeah, now it's finished.
bro? There's people. I read someone.
Why is
say-
that?
There are multiple reasons, but bro, I read someone say in the comments somewhere, this is probably the worst thing you can possibly do. I lost about $30,000 worth of sneakers because I bought them and I kept them, and then a few years later I went back to them and they were all like disintegrating because the gum just disintegrates, the glue just goes. It's like all of that is just useless. So
But do you
I bought
see
that, I
in this-
collected it. and
yeah.
it's
But
not
do you see
going-
in the sneaker shops, the reselling ones, how they wrap them in the
Yeah,
that tight wrapping so they don't go off and
yeah,
disintegrate.
yeah.
So I
But-
think there's a way to preserve them a little bit. But also, no, they're not. Nothing's
I
as
don't think
rare,
that's the reason they do that in the sneaker shops.
isn't it? I thought it's
No,
to
the
keep them
reason,
in shape.
The reason is because people go and grab them and handle them. So for them to not go dirty and stuff and start yellowing, you put them in that wrap.
Oh,
But
okay.
the actual sole, I was even in have you guys been to this place in Al Quds? What's it called, bro? Some like designy place.
Yeah.
What's it called?
I don't know.
Okay, that one. The yeah one.
Yeah, that one.
So there was like a collector shop, and they had a Jordan there. No, not a Jordan, a LeBron from like maybe like 2008 or something, where it was all like falling apart. Still valuable, I guess, but it's like
Yeah,
falling apart. And all
cracked
the,
and
yeah,
stuff, yeah.
cracked. Some pieces of gum were like
Mm.
not gum, like the sole and
The glue.
the glue and the plastic was missing. So yeah, definitely not a good game, man.
Mm. And also, nothing's as rare anymore. Everything's more commonly like you're able to purchase a lot more sneakers. Back in the day, they used to be way more rare.
Yeah,
I feel like now.
But I remember even before that, so like Jordan 4s, for example, because those are the trainers I loved. You can, like back in the day, you can just go to the shop, they're there on the counter,
course,
you
of
get them,
course.
pay for it, whatever. Then, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago, it's impossible
Yeah.
to get them. You have to buy them from a reseller
Yeah.
who's adding like £100 on it minimum.
Yeah.
And then now I think they're getting a bit
Now it's gone
more
back
like-
to how it was.
now
Yeah,
it's getting
that's
a bit
true.
more.
In the future, when kids are having this discussion, they'll be like, "Oh, what was your oldest side hustle?" And then people will be like, "Oh, I used to sell Prime in school," isn't it?
That I feel like that died quick.
Yeah, but I mean, that was like people was making bank bro,
Yeah.
on that. All right, so we got some comments. Aisha says, "Yes, I do still bake, but I'm a medical student, so it's a bit hard to have a side hustle." I mean, you're saving lives, Aisha. Yeah, but you could be doing something even more by providing happiness to people through baked goods. What's more important? It's worth having a think. She says, the dream one day is to have a bakery one day, which is like a cafe / bakery, has a prayer area, a women's only section, and a study area for students. This sounds almost impossible, but inshallah one day. That doesn't sound impossible, Aisha. You could definitely do that. That does not sound impossible at all. In fact, anybody here want to invest in that? What's with the laugh, Ibrahim?
No, no, I do have a thing. I do have a question to that though.
Go ahead.
I do have a question to Aisha for that. If you just said your dream is to have a bakery one day, a cafe, bakery, a prayer area, etc. My question naturally would be, why aren't you working towards that, and why are you doing medical instead?
She's saving lives, Ibrahim.
No. I'm not saying what she's doing is wrong or
It's just a
bad.
passion thing.
But if that's your dream, then shouldn't you be working towards it? I'm just trying to encourage someone pursuing their dream.
No, she's studying medicine.
But does that mean she's doing it for maybe is it external pressures? A lot of people fall into that.
Well, on that note,
she hates you right now.
No.
She's
No,
saving
I'm trying
human
to help.
lives.
Aisha, I'm not coming with any negativity here. I'm actually just trying to say like,
no,
if it's
no.
your
So wait. So let me ask a question then. Let me ask a question because I was thinking about this the other day. I think people use the word dream very loosely.
yeah.
I was thinking about myself. I was like, well, if someone was to come up to me on the street, yeah, like, what's that guy's name? Simon Quibb?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, do you have a dream? No. No, I don't. So, can you tell me what your dreams are? Because I'm being genuine. What's your dream, Suleiman?
I wouldn't say
I'm not
I
even
have
talking akhir. I'm talking in this dunya. What's your dream? Tell me.
I couldn't
Do you have
tell
a dream?
No, I couldn't tell you.
Okay, but you do.
No, I have aspirations, but I don't have a dream.
Cool. What's your dream?
Because he's living it.
I think my dream is more what I'm able to do for my friends and family financially, just taking care of people. More that than the actual build. But at the same time, I can tell you what that would be. Let's just go to Faisal.
Bro, go.
Do you have a dream, Faisal?
I guess it's freshly grounded related. Genuinely, is that sad?
No, that's
No,
it should
it's
be the
fine.
case. I think it
What-
should
what
be
is
the case.
what is your
Yeah.
dream?
Yeah, I mean, freshly grounded to be the biggest platform for Muslims to feel like they have a place, a community, a place for Muslims, a digital place for Muslims in that sense.
Digital place for Muslims.
But I mean, I like Aisha's dream because I feel like we've discussed this previously at FG. I don't know, have we spoken about it, Kareem? Like this idea of having like this big warehouse and, there's like coffee and there's workspaces and there's like paddle, but like whatever. But it's like, a place for Muslims and it's segregated and people, brothers feel safe, sisters feel safe. And it's, it's not encouraging free mixing or anything, but it's a physical third space for Muslims. I like the idea. I think it won't be profitable. I mean, I don't know about that, but I mean, I wouldn't do it as a business. Like, I would do it like for the community kind of thing. Like, I wouldn't be like, oh, maybe this. It's like a restaurant. Like I said to Omar the other day, I said, would you have a restaurant? And he goes, not for business. I think that's a smart way of answering that question because like I'll do it for passion but not for business because and not everything has to be for business. But I'm not saying I want it to be at a loss, but I'm saying I wouldn't bank on that being the thing that makes Freshly Grounded, financially stable. But I would think it would probably have one of the most impacts for a particular community, like that community there.
I have advice for Aisha and her situation.
Okay.
You guys are creating a situation, bless her, man. She just commented. She just said, I'm a medical student. I'll go back to baking later.
We're going to start making her question whether she should be doing medical degree.
No, this is what I would do if I was in her situation and I really love baking. I would carry on doing the medical stuff because it's paying the bills.
The medical stuff, you mean saving lives?
I would carry on saving lives because you've obviously studied a long time for it. However, I would definitely, it means you're going to work extra hours, but I would definitely do the baking stuff on the side because I personally know someone that went rich of selling milk cakes.
Allahumma barik.
No way.
Went rich of selling milk cakes, Allahumma barik. So, and they started on the side in their house, and then now they cater to loads of different fast food chains. So, I would definitely bake on the side, sell it, promote it on Instagram, social media, whatever. And you never know, that could overtake your medical. Then you can stop.
Do you think realistically
On the same
you
note,
have
though,
time to do that?
No, you're gonna have to put an extra hour. If it's your dream, you're gonna have
no,
to.
no,
put
but
it-
on the same note, you may have a passion for baking, but not to be a baker.
Sometimes passions are
Because
better.
the
to not
business,
be
like
a
what he
business.
just said now, like what goes into that? Oh, now you got to speak to caterers or this and that and batches and this. And, bro, that's a completely different story than, I'm just baking a couple cookies for my wife and my...
A lot of people who ended up making their passion into a business say they lost the love for that passion after it became a business. So yeah, it's a fair point.
Kareem, what was your point? Because I like where you're going. What was your point about you feeling like people use the term dream too loosely?
Yeah, literally just that, man. Like people just say, I'm not saying this is the case for Aisha, maybe it is her dream, but people just say, I've just watched those videos, right? Like that guy Simon asking people, do you have a dream? And people just say whatever comes to mind. Is like, surely that's not your dream. That is not if it is, I mean, fair play, but come on.
But then you feel like
What's your dream, Kareem? What's your dream,
Yeah.
Kareem?
What's yours? What's yours then?
If I had to think like hard and it's not akhirah related, my dream would be to raise the best offspring possible.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's a safe answer.
But that's not
Genuinely,
that's not
that's-
business though.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought, is that what we're doing? Business wise?
I mean,
Yeah, I think more career-wise makes sense. I think that's what his questions are more about.
yeah.
What's your dream like?
Mon-
Career,
yeah.
job, business, whatever it might be.
Bro, just flexibility to the max. Money to the max. What do you want me to say? Like, that's the dream, whatever that means.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
So,
no, I'm not. I'm super agnostic in terms of like what to do for money.
yeah, just objective.
Yeah. It's a means to an end for me. It's not a. It's not linked to.
But surely there's something that you would lean more towards than other things.
Maybe he's happy at Freshly Grounded. Have we ever thought about that? Maybe he's just happy.
Yeah, maybe I just don't know how to put that into words. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's that.
That's fair.
Nah, honestly, in terms of that, bro, I think it's been like that forever though. I haven't. I'm yet to encounter the thing that I'm like, yep, that is my mission, and it's a quote unquote dunya mission,
Mm.
and it's fine. But no, I haven't encountered that.
Abu Barakah said, he said, I found this question. We dream about amazing things in this world, and our best fantasies are unattainable here. But in Jannah, they are real. So how do you dream about it? What are your most beautiful fantasies of Jannah?
Ask the question again. Sorry, the last bit.
What are your most beautiful fantasies of Jannah? For me, I don't know why I have in my mind to drink really sweet milk.
Really?
Like in the rivers, like the rivers of milk. Isn't there something about like the rivers of milk or something, like or silk or something like that?
That's
Yeah,
funny.
I think it says it's whiter than milk and sweeter than honey, something along those lines.
Yeah, like that. I want to drink that.
Yeah, same.
That's funny.
Suleiman was saying to me earlier that his favorite beverage is milk.
It's
You mentioned that a few times.
yeah, I
actually,
love milk. Cold milk.
By itself or with something, with like a cake or
By
something.
itself.
No,
bro.
with a cookie, you'll get, but I could drink it
With
by
a
itself, even with a
cookie.
banana. I
What
like
about a
it.
sweet like chocolate mud cake, triple choc?
No, but if you have milk enough, you learn to find it sweet, isn't it?
Yeah, I
It's
love
sweet.
milk.
It's sweet.
Yeah, milk is nice.
My fantasy of Jannah is being surrounded by my family, and all of us have the same age and be able to have just a completely different type of relationship, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Now, like I imagine being there with my 33-year-old mum, 33-year-old grandma, 33-year-old daughter. That is just incredible to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
In Jannah, like there's this thing that we're gonna be on like these chairs that are like floating or something like that. Like floating chairs. Have you guys heard about this? All right, like reclining chairs or something like that. And I was just thinking, like, I love a recliner now. Yeah.
I've never heard that before.
So like I have a recliner chair at home, by the way. Have you guys seen it? Have any of you guys seen my recliner chair at home?
No.
No.
No, it's in
Where do you have it hidden for?
it's in Lath's room because like we'll like put
course
him
it is.
we'll like put him to sleep. It's a rocking recliner. It's the most comfortable chair I've ever had
Is
in my
it
life.
the IKEA one?
No, it's a recliner and it rocks as well. It's a rocking chair and it's a recliner chair, and we used to feed him in there and then like rock it and then like put him in his cot and stuff like that. But anyway, I've also ordered 2 recliner chairs for the office, for the studio, for our new set. So my point in all of that is that I love the idea of this thing of like we're going to be on like these chairs that are like it's something about your friend. When you meet your friends in Jannah, you'll be like going towards each other, facing each other on like these floating chairs, like sitting back reclined or something like that. No, I'm sure there's something like that. Write me in the comments if you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, because I'm sure there's something like that. Anyway, I'm looking forward to some Jannah reclining chairs. I'm just saying. All right, guys, that's the adhan for where we are, I think. So we're going to go inshallah, and also we're going to set up our insiders, Freshly Grounded insiders. So we record a new episode of Freshly Grounded every single week. That's exclusive to our premium members at fgtribe.com. So it's £5 a month. You get extra episodes of Freshly Grounded. You get vlogs. We got a really interesting vlog coming out this week. Some shots of me playing Badel. And also we've got some just cool stuff happening there. We've got extra episodes of 2 for 2 Suleiman Show. Not extra episodes. We've got the episodes, the full episodes. So head over to fgtribe.com, subscribe to us. And if you like this stream, the only way I will know to bring the team back is if you guys comment, if you click like, and if you let me know in the comments. It's the only way. Last time, I asked you guys, let me know. You gave me great feedback and we carried on. So we need to know if you want more of the team here in the mornings. I need to know. Jazakallah khair, guys. Thank you so much for your time. We'll see you inshallah tomorrow at 7 a.m. UK time, 6 a.m. France, 8 a.m. Germany, and 4 p.m. Japan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.